and he just could not get to that ball fast enough before it trickled away.
Well, another opportunity here with a corner kick.
Well, here, yes, a corner kick for Singh as we're into the final minute of period 1. His strong leg. The kick is up and it's going to go over everybody. And there is Rallis once again, kicks it over top the fence. And it'll go back into Burlington's favor. A flurry of chances here for the men in white. And nothing going past Alexander Kosobovich.
No, not today.
Here's the boot away from Kosobovich. He's going to play it easily. And now there is Ryan McCarthy. McCarthy wearing number 191. A rare, perhaps the only triple-digit number in professional or amateur sport. Here is Rallis. Off to Palmer, who can't get a foot on it. And there's a cross, and nobody was there. Sean Palmer with a beautiful cross, and it just couldn't find the man. As we've hit minute 30. Now Borowski in, and this shot was blocked. Singh, another shot on goal. That's going to be deflected in front and away by Burlington. And the Burlington defenders doing an excellent job of protecting Kosobovich right now and not letting anything get through.
But the pressure's there.
Sustained pressure from Aurora. Singh trying to get a foot on it, but he was just a little short. It's going to be booted out once again. Kicked away by Salimi, and that's the end of the first period, and an excellent first period it was. Both teams playing at a fantastic pace, but it was only Paul McGlure, number 19, who opened the scoring for Burlington, and that's where we stand. It's 1-0 Burlington. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. The second period's coming right up. You're watching OPDL Under 14 Soccer from Aurora on Rogers TV. And welcome back to Shepherd's Bush in Aurora, Ontario. And what a game it's been so far here in this OPDL Boys Under 14 Division 1 action. Aurora Youth Soccer Club and Burlington Youth Soccer Club. It's 1-0 Burlington on a goal by Paul McGlure. A beautiful strike from the front of the box. But what a game it has been. Alongside Angie Bianco, once again, my name is Simon Sharkey Gottlieb. Delighted you could join us this afternoon here on Rogers TV as the second period is about to get underway. Angie, what a pace to that first period from both sides.
There was pressure.
And Aurora got so close on a number of opportunities. You just feel like it's going to go both ways the rest of this game. What does Aurora need to do to keep that pressure up in this second period?
Is to be consistent, keep putting pressure on, not giving up the ball, having a strong defense so there's no gaps in between there. But they're being challenged by, number one, the heat, and number two, Burlington players are, you know, really getting on the ball first. That's what we're seeing here today.
And that all should make a fantastic second period. As we mentioned before, these two teams are at the bottom of the standings. Aurora looking for their first win on the air. Burlington win number 2. And two young teams, two teams that are finding their way, and that really makes for interesting soccer. Both teams desperate in a way as the second period gets underway here, and see some stats on the board. Aurora dominating in a number of ways, including the shots, especially in those last few minutes. 5-2 the shots on goal, and here Aurora's just going to step back and try to reset here. And we saw, well, excuse me, we spoke to Dave DiPlacido, the technical director of Aurora, before the game, and he mentioned the fact that Aurora needs to work on their transition game. And that's something we certainly saw with the opening goal from Burlington, is that they need to work a little bit in transition. Well, now there's a corner kick for Aurora. They're going to take it slow, and that is Parmpreet Singh with the ball now, who has been a force on offense, really making himself known in that first period with a number of shots. Almost too strong of a leg in many instances. And it's intercepted by Palmer to keep it in the Burlington zone. Aurora going to take it. There's a long strike that goes over the net by Inder Thind. And we haven't mentioned him much today, a player who DiPlacido said it all goes around him, the midfielder who trains with the Ontario provincial team off and on. And if he can get some space in this second period, watch out, because we know what he is capable of. Here is Alan Salimi. It'll be left back now, and Aurora will just reset, and here is Burlington taking over now. That's Hunter Corin who intercepted. And the collision there as Thind gets up, and a little physical play there. Wonder if you'll see more of that as we go on, as these teams tighten up. Now here is Nick Rallis, who had a number of opportunities in the first period and came that close. You can see how close my fingers are together here to putting one of them past Alexander Kosobovic, who has been a wall for Burlington, to say the least, a blue wall.
Aurora's had some opportunity, but sometimes they're taking too long to even take shots.
And that plays into some of the opportunities that were missed, including the one by Rallis that just squeaked along the goal line. He did wait just a bit too long on that one.
Well, they're trying to wait for the perfect position, but they got to take a shot when it's there.
And that plays into the transition game too. Sometimes you have to just go for it.
Yep.
Here is Singh now with a shot that is high, and oh, it just squeaks over the crossbar to keep this a 1-0 game in favor of Burlington. Parmpreet Singh showing off that strong leg once again. And how many times are we saying this now? Maybe a little too strong.
It's got to pay off at some point, though.
And you can see Kosobovic didn't have to do too much there. He'll kick it away. And again, they're going to go for the shorter goal kick and just try and set something up. A risky proposition that will turn it back into the hands of Aurora. Or the feet, should we say, since this is soccer. The throw in one more time. Rallis will take it. Excuse me, it's going to be taken by Daniel Richniak. Throw in goes to Singh, who was immediately contested by Paul McGlure, who will get that back out again just for the moment.
Yeah, Aurora's got to open up here.
Looks like they might be trying to do that. It will get out here and stay in Aurora's possession as being chased by Jalik Armstrong, and McGlure could.
Burlington's upper hand here is they're on the ball first. They get to the ball.
That's about as simple as you can put it, actually. And you're quite right. They've in the last few minutes, as this will roll back out one more time, and it'll go the other way. Throwing in for Aurora, and Burlington's going to collapse and take this right back again as it goes out of bounds. And boy, if you're Aurora, Angie, you got to be frustrated with the number of opportunities that you've gotten that you just haven't been able to convert at this point.
Absolutely. It is frustrating, especially for the boys. I mean, you've got, you know, we're overpowering in terms of shots on net. We've had a few corner kicks. We've had the opportunities, but unfortunately, they've been just opportunities.
So Aurora now trying to just reset it here, and it's going to be picked off. And here comes Jalik Armstrong. Could not break the corner, and that will roll out of bounds, ending that threat. Still 1-0 for the Burlington Youth Soccer Club.
Aurora's changed goalies. We have Stefano on now.
Yes, Stefano Spina in goal. And that's a fairly common occurrence here in this OPDL. Of course, it is a developmental league, and they will try to get everybody in there and let each goaltender have a go at it. And we'll try and wait for confirmation on Burlington's goaltender to, I believe it is Kosobovic who's still in there, but if we can get confirmation on that, we certainly will bring it to you. Meanwhile, Burlington on the attack now, and here a loose ball that was Kalen Cassidy who almost got there, but Aurora cleared it out before he could do any damage. Burlington's just going to set up again. That is Reese Buchanan into the corner for Armstrong.
Yeah, too many Burlington open players there. They're having the opportunity.
But it's going to be taken right back out again by Aurora back to midfield. One more time, here comes Burlington. A neat little pass there from Corin. Off to Cassidy, looking for room to work. He won't get it. Aurora collapsing on the defensive end once again. And they're going to take it right back out. But Burlington keeps the play alive on their end. And here is a strike by Paul McGlure, who scored the only goal of the game. And another shot from McGlure is blocked fearlessly by Alan Salimi. And Burlington will have to reset. So again, they're trying to go to McGlure, who scored that goal up top in the first period from almost the exact spot where he took that last shot. Whatever works, I suppose.
Well, they're trying. Aurora's trying to regroup here. When you make a few changes, the whole dynamics of the game changes.
And there's a steal by Hunter Corin coming in. Corin, a little bit of contact and lost the ball, and it went right into the hands of Stefano Spina, who clears it out of harm's way for Aurora. Glorious opportunity there to make it 2 for Burlington. Here they come one more time. Down the right side, this is Jalik Armstrong. Into Corin. Corin wants a call, he's not gonna get it. And Aurora's gonna clear.
Playing it safe here, looks like they're playing it safe.
And I think Corin wanted a hand there. And here is Nick Rallis streaking up the right side once again. Rallis could not control the ball. Again, maybe he waited too long there. Here comes McGlure off to Corin. Hunter Corin to McGlure. McGlure looking for that long strike and is blocked away by Thind.
You can see the heat's taking a toll on some of these players here today.
Yeah, they're slowing down a little bit, and it is quite brutally hot here. It's off the sideline, and this will be a goal kick for Spina. Here in the 40th minute of this OPDL 14 and under boys soccer game, and substitutions being made here for Aurora, and that is Bradley Connolly, the forward, coming into the game.
You're switching up some positions here.
And being down 1 with, as the whistle goes, but not sure what this is going to be here, but maybe they'll just redo the kick. But being down 1 with all those chances, you might want to try something new.
Fresh legs, yep.
Nice boot ahead from Spina. Burlington's going to keep some feet on it, though. Moved ahead, and this is Corin now. Could not control the ball. Bradley Connolly just into the game will take over. And that kick is going to roll out of bounds, and it will return to the possession of the boys in blue, Burlington, who are up 1 thanks to Paul McGlure, if you're just joining us. Simon Sharkey, Gali Banjabianco here with you on Rogers TV. And a fine game it's been on both sides. There's a loose ball, and bearing down on Spina was Kalen Cassidy. Could not get there, though. Spina kicked it away before any harm could be done. Now Burlington take it over, and
we have an injury.
Yes, we do. And it looks like it is Thind who is limping. He's taken some lumps here with a couple of block shots, and I don't know if it...
Unfortunately, sometimes they're missed by the ref and the linesmen when they go down.
Well, they stopped the play here, and that's good as Aurora makes another substitution, and it looks like Thind is okay, and we're certainly glad to see that.
Absolutely. And a switch.
Yes, the substitute into the game, and the substitute into the game is Nicholas Salaris.
Yep.
The right back for Aurora. So now Aurora with an opportunity, their first in a couple of minutes here. After
Aurora's really got to open up this game. It's a little tight in the center.
This sets up well for them, not playing a transition game here, that they can just set up the play that they want. Here is Rallis just looking for room. He has been all over the place and failed to convert. Connolly now. Back to Solaris with a nice little cross. It'll go off to the back of the box, and Burlington might get this out of trouble. Singh had his chest on it, could not finish. Now Burlington will move this out here, and a nice little battle on the side there.
It actually looked like a handball.
Sides. Maybe take a look at that and see again, but It is hard, sometimes hard to tell from this side. Here is Burlington. That was Armstrong who got the ball stripped. Indoor thin, bringing it back the other way now. Over to Morales. And Morales, a pass through, he's got Connolly.
We get someone in the box there for it to work.
And Connolly will move it off here. Nobody was in the box. That is Brandon Beza, who lost the ball.
Yep, too long to release sometimes.
And that's been the theme of this game for Aurora. You were saying that at the beginning of the period here.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting on the ball first, and then they're waiting for that perfect opportunity to shoot. But they just, when they have it, they should just take a shot. Sometimes they hold on to it for far too long.
You know that in this game, you have to take what's given to you sometimes.
You gotta move fast.
This is Morales at midfield. Little dipsy doodle, now he puts it off to Singh. Little give and go on the right side. It's Inder thin now, looking for room. Here's Beza, bearing down. He's lost his footing there as Kosovovic came out to meet the ball. Not worthy of a whistle there. And
No,
we'll
I think it
play
was more
on.
foot to ball there.
Here is Jack Gauthier bearing down, and now it's thinned. Inder thin roaring in, and it just goes wide. Inder thin showing off his speed right there, and once again Aurora cannot finish.
They're putting the pressure on. Aurora's really trying to put the pressure on, but it's just not working in their favor.
They're getting these opportunities though, and that can only be a good thing if you're Aurora. It's
Burlington's defense is pretty solid though.
certainly has been in this period. Here is Harmon Garcha. Off to Armstrong, who puts it wide.
That was an offside play anyway.
It was indeed offside, and it will go the other way. So Spina will kick it away. And this will be off the head of Hunter Corin, who had a couple of nice chances earlier. And now it's Beza battling for position with number 15, who is here. Yes, Andrew Hatakana. There he is. Booted in by Nicholas Solaris. Now it's Singh off to the left side. Jack Gauthier, who was singled out by technical director of Aurora, Dick DiPlacido. Jack Gauthier said he's been attacking quite well lately, so we'll look for him here as the game progresses.
Well, he's been putting the pressure on, that's for sure. With the throw in now.
Here's Singh. Singh is contested, trying to find room. His defender falls down. And it was Garcha who fell. Here is Gauthier now, moving in. It's gonna trickle out though, as the
setting up for a corner.
Rumbles behind. Yes, it will be a corner kick here. And I think Singh with his strong leg is going to take this.
Well, we got to make sure someone in the box is ready to move where that ball goes, because his is usually pretty long. It's a long kick. They should actually move back.
So here comes the kick, and it is perfectly placed, and it is just headed wide. Somebody got a head on it in there, and I believe it may have been thinned. But it just trickles wide, and once again, Aurora coming up short. So it remains 1-0 for the visitors from Burlington here at Shepherd's Bush. Garcha off to Reese Buchanan. Buchanan had a man in. Kalen Cassidy bearing down. Spina was out to play it.
And that's what I was talking about, the pressure, even on the goalie. There's always room for an error, and Aurora's not doing that.
Yeah, they don't seem to be getting back on some of those transitional plays, and that's what we've talked about a couple times in this game. It's what they need to work on. No doubt going to be hammered into their heads in that second period intermission. Here is Jalika Armstrong wrestling control of the ball away to Garcha now. Burlington marching up the field once again. That is Mugalore. Or Armstrong, excuse me. Probably booted away by Solaris. And Aurora taking over one more time. Here in, as we approach minute 50, and that would be about 10 minutes to go in this second period. A scoreless second period, but a fun one on both ends. Here is Garcha now. Looking for his man. He's got Armstrong in the box, and Armstrong puts it over top of the goal. Another great opportunity for Burlington.
Absolutely. If you took a look, they just didn't waste any time taking that shot. They didn't pause. They just took the shot. The ball was there, and they kicked it, whereas Aurora is trying to wait for that perfect position, perfect spot, and it's failing every time.
And I think Burlington is recognizing Aurora's weakness right now in that transitional game, and that's why they're really pouncing on these opportunities.
Yep.
Little collision there at the top of the box. It'll go out and go the way of Aurora.
They're capitalizing on Aurora's weaknesses there.
Yeah. And here is Brandon Beza moving it up. He was contested by McCarthy. Now,
no white shirts.
Ryan.
That's the issue there.
Indeed. Just letting Burlington get to a loose ball. And McCarthy could safely let it go out of bounds. Kosovovic kicking it off. And now Aurora will intercept and keep it in the Burlington zone, trying to put some more pressure on as we move along here. And now it's Armstrong once again, bringing it up for Burlington. Looking to strike quickly. Waiting for room. It's off to Maglore. Paul
It's an
Maglore.
offside play.
And there is the cross from Kaylin Cassidy. Nobody was there. And into the corner it goes for Armstrong. Now the flag goes up. And now, I believe the offside will be called. And it will be a goal kick here. Spina to kick it away as we're into 52. In this 1-0 game in favor of Burlington, it was Paul Maglore in the first half with a beautiful strike from the top of the box. And that's where we stand. But great action on both ends here in this second. Burlington resetting now.
And having possession of the ball. If you notice, there's not enough white shirts on the blue shirts there, so they're leaving open spaces for them to get possession of the ball and move it forward.
And now, Aurora resetting. And yes, even when they're trying to move the ball and just get it out of their zone, only one Aurora player on the ball at a time.
They're needing more support. Whereas you can see with Burlington, they've got it. They're on the ball first and there's someone there ready for the pass. That's where Aurora's lacking today.
And if you're Aurora, you certainly can't get frustrated because you are still in this game. This is going to be a key stretch mentally, no doubt, to try and stay with Burlington, who continue to hold this 1-goal advantage. Throw in here goes to Aurora, and trying to break free was Jack Gauthier, and he's taken down, and that will be a free kick to Aurora, he'll pass it off. Gautier will to Singh, who was immediately surrounded by blue shirts, and Parmpreet Singh, who has shown himself to be a dynamic.
Ref's certainly making more
midfielder.
calls in this period than the first.
Yeah,
He's calling the calls.
and that's what you want on both sides.
Absolutely.
You certainly want referee to